News.
Meet Cheryl.
Hey.
She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's got to be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
What is it that makes you powerful? It's not only having a voice, but knowing that it's heard, loud and clear. We understand knowledge can change your life, and that energy will continue to power it. And because you're part of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we're always listening. Because you're more than just a customer, you're a member. And what's more powerful than that?
We are Missouri's electric cooperatives. Learn more at membersfirst.coop today.
Hi, I'm Lisa Delaney, swing bed coordinator at Salem Memorial District Hospital. What in the world is a swing bed, you might ask? It's a Medicare program that allows a patient to remain in a hospital and receive therapy or skilled nursing services prior to going home. Call 573-729-6626 for more information about using a swing bed to improve your life before going home. We are committed to every patient, every encounter, every time.
FCS Financial, with you every step of the way.
Choosing the right crop insurance for your farm operation shouldn't be overwhelming. That's why FCS Financial makes it easy with a dedicated team of crop insurance specialists who can help you find the best solutions to protect your operation. And it's this dedication and experience that makes FCS Financial experts at finding solutions for each unique situation. You're more than a policy. We take the time to get to know you, your operation, and your needs. Whether you're a seasoned producer or just beginning, we have the tools you need to help you manage your risk and keep business running smoothly. FCS Financial, growing relationships, creating opportunities. Closing date for spring policies is March 15th. Contact your FCS Financial crop insurance expert at myfcsfinancial.com or call 800-444-3276.
FCS Financial, with you every step of the way.
An equal opportunity provider.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Outside our KSMO studios, we have cloudy skies with winds out of the south-southwest at anywhere from 7 to 20 miles per hour. Those are the gusts, of course, up in that 20-mile-per-hour range. Well, your noon-hour weather forecast indicates that today will be partly sunny with a high temperature near 67 degrees. Winds will be out of the southwest at around 7 miles per hour to 10 miles per hour with gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. We should be mostly cloudy tonight with low temperature around 40 degrees. Winds will be out of the south tonight 6 to 9 miles per hour. Tomorrow we expect mostly sunny skies. Our high temperature should be near 63 degrees. Winds will be southeasterly 5 to 9 miles per hour. Then tomorrow night it'll be mostly cloudy with low around 42. Winds will be out of the southeast at about 10 miles per hour. Our weekend's going to start out on Saturday with partly sunny skies and a high temperature near 58 degrees. Southeasterly winds will be 10 to 16 miles per hour with gusts as high as 23 miles per hour. We do have a 3 in 10 chance of showers after midnight Saturday night with mostly cloudy skies, a low temperature around 41 degrees. Sunday, we have a 40% chance of showers with mostly cloudy skies and a high temperature near 50 degrees. Sunday night, we'll still have a chance of showers up until around 7 p.m. or so with mostly cloudy skies, low around 32. Then Monday, that new work week's going to start out with mostly sunny skies and a high temperature near 50 degrees. Monday night will be mostly clear, low around 28. Tuesday should be sunny with a high near 52. We have mostly clear skies in the forecast for Tuesday night, with low temperature around 29 degrees. And Wednesday, we expect mostly sunny skies with a high temperature near 54 degrees. And that is your noon hour weather update, brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Or it is now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. The Constitution of the United States of America is the supreme law of our country. Empowered with the sovereign authority of the people by the framers and the consent of the legislatures of the states, it is the source of all government powers and provides important limitations on the government that protect the fundamental rights of U.S. citizens. The foresight of those who were instrumental in crafting our Constitution is unfathomable to me. They risked everything to build a strong foundation for a nation that could withstand the proverbial tests of time. And my, oh my, have there been tests. There is colossal polarization of Americans on many issues fundamental to the structure of the U.S. Constitution. This document is our Charter of Freedom, the foundation upon which our country was built. I'm grateful to live in a country where we are all free to express different opinions on these issues, yet there are times when I am fearful that the very rights I celebrate could be denied by those we have entrusted to lead us. Oftentimes our leaders get caught up in the minor details, so no real progress is ever made. We've all heard the phrase, government moves at glacial speed. While dropping dollars to save dimes, lawmakers forget the promise they made to uphold the Constitution, and we forget why we elected these people in the first place. Even more sadly, it seems that about 2 seconds after a candidate has been elected, he or she begins campaigning for the next election. I believe we need leaders who will uphold the foundation of laws and liberty upon which this country was built. This thought process should apply at every level of government. Our forefathers turned the responsibility of this country and its people over to its people. What an awesome gift they have given us. What a great opportunity for us to provide a solid future for the next generation. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
This is Bill Wise with the latest Appetite for Pork report. Today I'm talking with Dr. David Newman, Senior Vice President of Market Growth at National Pork Board, about how your pork checkoff dollars are working to bring more U.S. pork to tables around the world. Dr. Newman, the pork checkoff is always working to drive demand for U.S. pork. For consumers here at home, how are you encouraging them to buy more?
Traditionally, the consumer in the U.S. has been from the boomer generation. They've been heavy pork users. They know what they like. But as boomers start to eat less pork and they start to exit the marketplace, we need to be focused on this consumer of the future, millennials and Gen Zs. They have tremendous purchasing power, and as that purchasing power shifts into these new generations, we need to make pork relevant to these buyers.
Thanks again, David, for talking with us today about how the pork checkoff is building a bigger appetite for U.S. pork. You can find out more information at porkcheckoff.org/radio.
Hey, it's Fitz, F-I-T with a Z from the Country Top 40. And in case you missed the countdown, Nate Smith had the #1 song for the second week in a row with World on Fire. But Chris Stapleton is waiting in the wings, ready to conquer his next #1. So who's it gonna be? I'll see you this weekend for all the hits on the Country Top 40 with Fitz.
Thursday at midday, direct cash cattle markets are waiting for widespread trade and cash hogs are quietly steady. I'm John Perkins with the Brownfield Livestock Update. Direct cash cattle markets are quiet. The Packer inquiry is improving. Bids are $176 on the live basis in Kansas and Texas and $276 to $278 dressed in Nebraska, with asking prices around $178 to $180 live and $280 plus dressed. There has been some very light trade this week, just not enough to establish a trend. That's occurred in Kansas, Iowa, and Nebraska. USDA's semi-annual cattle inventory report was close to expectations, indicating contraction last year and projecting a further tightening of supplies this year. Beef export sales were down in the week. At the Bassett Livestock Auction feeder cattle sale in Nebraska, compared to 2 weeks ago, steers weighing 550 to 750 pounds were $2 to as much as $20 higher, while a limited number of comparable offerings for heifers weighing 650 pounds were up $3. USDA says demand was very good, with several buyers in attendance and active bidding on the internet. Medium and large #1 feeder steers weighing 600 to 700 pounds are reported at $272 to $308. 7 to 8 weight steers sold at $250.50 to $271. Medium and large #1 feeder heifers weighing 500 to 600 pounds range from $263 to $315.50. 6 to 7 weight heifers brought $248 to $277. Box beef at midday was weak with light movement. Choice was down 61 cents at $293.93, and select was 2 cents lower at $284.15. Cash hogs are steady with the openings at the major direct markets not reported due to packer submission issues. It does look like many buyers have the needed near-term numbers in hand after a midweek pop in prices and negotiated movement. That could leave the rest of the week's business just about steady as well, but there is always the chance of either firmer or weaker activity depending on packer schedules and the availability of supplies. USDA says pork export sales are above a week ago. The National Direct Barrel and Gilt opening and prior day purchase reports were delayed by packer submission issues. Wednesday's trend was sharply higher with good closing negotiated numbers for those major direct markets. Midwest butchers today are steady at 48 in Dorchester, Wisconsin and Garnerville, Iowa. Pork at midday was up $1.23 at $88.79. Loins, butts, ribs, and hams are sharply higher, canceling out weak picnics and a drop in bellies. We are online at brownfieldagnews.com, and you can follow us on Twitter at Brownfield. You can also find us on Facebook and YouTube. I'm John Perkins with the Brownfield Livestock Update.
This is Bill Wise with the latest Appetite for Pork report. Today I'm talking with Dr. David Newman, Senior Vice President of Market Growth at National Pork Board, about how your pork checkoff dollars are working to bring more U.S. pork to tables around the world. Dr. Newman, the pork checkoff is always working to drive demand for U.S. pork. For consumers here at home, how are you encouraging them to buy more?
Traditionally, the consumer in the U.S. has been from the boomer generation. They've been heavy pork users. They know what they like. But as boomers start to eat less pork and they start to exit the marketplace, we need to be focused on this consumer of the future, millennials and Gen Zs. They have tremendous purchasing power, and as that purchasing power shifts into these new generations, we need to make pork relevant to these buyers.
Thanks again, David, for talking with us today about how the pork checkoff is building a bigger appetite for U.S. pork. You can find out more information at porkcheckoff.org/radio.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today, be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Dallas H. Snodgrass of Vienna passed away Thursday, January 25th, at the age of 77 years. Funeral services for Dallas Snodgrass will be Saturday, February 3rd at 11 o'clock in the morning at the Church of Christ in Vienna, Missouri. Visitation for family and friends will be held at the Church of Christ in Vienna Friday, February 2nd from 5 to 7 p.m. Entering with full military honors will be at the Vienna Public Cemetery. Memorials are suggested and greatly appreciated to the Vienna Public Cemetery, the Historical Society, or to the Vienna Jail Museum. Cards will be available, and all arrangements for Dallas H. Snodgrass of Vienna are under the direction of the James Garb Mortuary of St. James. Jefferson Jeff Edward C., age 72 of Salem, passed away Saturday, January 20th. Memorial services for Jeff C. will be Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation will also be Saturday from 11 a.m. until service time at 1. Private burial will be in the Cedar Grove Cemetery. Memorials may be made to the Salem Public Library or to the Love Pack Backpack Program. Memorial envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for Jefferson Edward Jeff C. of Salem are under direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements and was brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure to check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today, serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
It is now time for a look at local news. It's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. SBU Salem Campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem Campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. The Denton County Commissioners met this morning at the courthouse. Amanda Sapal with the SB 40 board brought in the appointments to her board for commissioner approval. The appointees are Wendy Pryor, Kathy Deal, and Phil Christensen, and the commission approved all 3. Tom Haynes was also in attendance and told the commissioners that in his research on the Gladden Bridge replacement for Standing Rock Bridge, he said that MoDOT is only planning to make it a 26-foot wide bridge instead of a 30-foot wide like the one on Highway 3272 East near MFA. He wanted to know if the county knew anything different or talked with MoDOT about the bridge, and they have not. Haynes said he would continue to call Senator Brown and Representative Copeland and plead his case in his efforts to try to expand the width of the bridge that would allow for hikers and those riding bikes to be able to cross the bridge safely with shoulder room. In the road report, District 1 Commissioner Wes Bowbury said rock would be added and grading would be done on Dent County Road 6240, while only grading would be done on County Road 6630. Mowbray said work on the hangars for the salt spreader continues when workers are available, as there is a lot of welding to be done. District 2 Commissioner Gary Polk said rock would be added and grading done on Dent County Roads 2260 and 5340, while only grading would be done on County Roads 2240 and 3220. He also reported brush would be cut on County Roads 3300 and 3310. Presiding Commissioner Gary Larson reported that the Merrimack Regional Planning Commission will be working with the county on the distribution of the opioid settlement funds. More information will be released on that once all the agreements are in place. At the last meeting, Commissioner Larson signed the LLEBG grant with the Missouri Department of Public Safety for the Dent County Sheriff's Department. This is for a law enforcement block grant of $9,505.97. The next meeting of the commissioners will be Monday morning at 9 o'clock at the courthouse, and the meeting will be open to the public. A farewell reception for City of Salem Public Works Director Mark Nash was held Wednesday at the Salem Community Center at the Armory, with a nice crowd attending and wishing Mr. Nash the best. Following the reception, the Salem Board of Aldermen held a special meeting. After the silent roll call, the board went into closed session to discuss personnel. Back in open session, some 15 minutes later, the board discussed Bill number 3588 that would create an ordinance to allow the city to fill a vacancy in an appointed city position with a temporary or interim replacement. According to City Attorney James Weber, the ordinance in place only gives the city a short time to find a permanent replacement. City Clerk Tammy Kohler then read the ordinance twice by caption, and the board approved the bill. Mayor Greg Parker appointed Salem Police Chief Joe Chase as the interim Public Works Director until a permanent replacement can be found. Chase was sworn in by Kohler before the board went into closed session to discuss contracts. An accident occurred Wednesday evening at 7 in Texas County on US 63, 5 miles south of Licking. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2018 Buick Enclave being driven southbound by 54-year-old Kelby Hutzler of West Plains ran off the right side of the roadway and struck a rock bluff. Hutzler, who was wearing a seat restraint, suffered minor injuries and was taken by ambulance to the Texas County Memorial Hospital. The Buick was totaled and removed from the scene by Jay's Automotive. The Salem Memorial District Hospital Board of Directors has a vacancy for the Director of Election District 1. The SMDH bylaws and Section 206.090.1 RSMO provide that a vacancy on the board shall be filled by appointment by the remaining board of directors. The appointee will hold office until the municipal election to be held in April 2025. Candidates for director of the hospital district shall be citizens of the United States, voters of the election District 1, and who have resided within the state for 1 year preceding the election and who are at least 30 years of age. Persons interested in being considered by the board of directors shall complete and file a request for appointment. The request for appointment form may be obtained in person at the administrative office of Salem Memorial Hospital located at 35629 Highway 72 in Salem between the hours of 8 in the morning and 4 in the afternoon, Monday through Friday through February 16th, 2024. Applicants are expected to appear at the special Board of Directors meeting that will be held Friday evening, February 16th at 6 o'clock for a brief interview. District boundary information may be obtained at the administrative office of Salem Memorial District Hospital during regular business hours. The Salem Public Library invites the City of Salem residents and Denton County residents to participate in their 2024 community survey. Information collected will be used to identify top priorities for the library and used to develop strategic long-term plans for the future. The survey should take no longer than 5 to 7 minutes, and all responses will be kept anonymous. The survey is now live, and a link to the survey is pinned at the top of the Salem Public Library's Facebook page. Individuals who wish to complete a paper copy of the survey will be able to do so at the library during normal business hours. The library is located at 403 North Jackson Street in Salem at the intersection of 4th and Jackson Streets. The survey will close after Friday, February 9th. Community members are encouraged to visit the library to participate in current programming, utilize the many services available, access the library's materials collection, or provide additional feedback. For questions about the survey or the Salem Public Library, its services, or current programming, please contact Kate McBride, Library Director at salemmopubliclibrary@gmail.com, or by phone at 573-729-4331. Volunteers for AARP will be conducting free tax filing assistance at the Salem Community Center at the Armory again this year. This free tax filing assistance will begin tomorrow, Friday, February 2nd, and will continue every Friday until April 5th. Appointments can be made by calling the Salem Community Center at 573-729-8163. The local service is provided entirely by AARP-trained volunteers and will be the 20th year that Healthy Denton County has partnered with AARP to provide this free tax service to our community. AARP Foundation tax aid volunteers are trained in filing certain tax forms and schedules, including the Form 1040. However, the Volunteer Protection Act requires that our volunteers stay in the scope of the program. If counselors feel they do not have adequate knowledge or your return is too complex, you may need to seek another qualified counselor or paid tax assistance. Items you will need to bring with you to have your tax returns prepared include proof of identification such as a picture ID, Social Security cards for you, your spouse, and dependents, or a Social Security number verification letter issued by the Social Security Administration. You should also bring birth dates for you, your spouse, and dependents on the tax return. Also needed are wage and earnings statement, Form W-2, W-2G, 1099-R, and 1099 MISC received and from all employers. Your Social Security statements showing total SS received and Medicare payments, and interest and dividend statements from banks. Those are Forms 1099. You should bring a copy of last year's federal and state returns if available, plus proof of bank accounting routing numbers and account numbers for direct deposits such as blank check or deposit slip. To file taxes electronically on a married filing joint tax return, both spouses must be present to sign the required forms. The Salem Community Center at the Armory is located 1200 West Rollo Road, and appointments can be made by calling 729-8163. That's 573-729-8163. Well, that has been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU Salem Campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. If you'd like more information about SBU Salem Campus, contact admission counselor Chris Welch today at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071.
Want a good way to start the morning? Grab a McDonald's breakfast. Want a better way to start the morning? Grab their incredible buy one, get one for $1 breakfast deal. Now that's what I call a morning miracle. Right now, I can choose from the scrumptious sausage biscuit, savory sausage McMuffin, or the soft and warm sausage McGriddles. At McDonald's, morning miracles really do exist. I guess you could say I'm living on the sunny side of the drive-thru line. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Check out these great deals at K&H Auto Supply. Master Pro Red Spray Grease for $9.99. Mechanics Wear Fast Fit Black Work Gloves for $14.99 a pair. And a Performance Tool 120-volt LED drop light for $26.99. K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store right here in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the American Legion Post number 99, Looking Glass Salon, Salem Senior Center, and McCoy Vision Clinic, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Town Screen in Salem. Save on everyday items with digital coupons at Country Mart. It's easy. Download the Town & Country Markets app and browse through a variety of digital coupons available and clip them to your account. You can also clip digital coupons online at tcmarkets.com. Shop at a store for your favorite items, then tell them your phone number at checkout, and the digital coupons will be deducted from your purchase automatically. Scan the QR code on the in-store flyer to learn more and start saving more today.
It's now time to take a look at local and regional sports, being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The Salem Lady Basketball Tigers will be at Mountain View Liberty to face the Lady Eagles in SCA conference play tonight at 6 o'clock. The Lady Tigers have lost 5 in a row and 7 of their last 8 games. Salem is 4-16 on the year and 1-2 in the SCA conference. The Arkansas Razorbacks jumped out to a 47-28 lead at half and never looked back as they beat Missouri 91-84. Tamar Bates for Missouri led all scorers with 29 points, and Sean East II added 11 more. Missouri has lost 8 straight and 11 of their last 12 games. They are 8-13 on the season and 0-8 in the SEC Conference. The Tigers play Vanderbilt Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock. And you'll be able to hear that game right here on KSMO Radio. Jordan Cairo of the St. Louis Blues will be their lone representative in the All-Star Weekend with the skills test Friday and the game on Saturday. And that's been a look at local and regional sports brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
Missouri Net Sports, I'm Cameron Connor. The Mizzou Tigers remain winless in conference play following a 91-84 loss to Arkansas at Mizzou Arena. The Tigers trailed 47-28 at halftime and got within single digits, but it wasn't until garbage time. Head coach Dennis Gates says the team only has one option: keep working.
We're going to continue to practice. As a staff, we're going to continue to demand excellence. We're going to continue to grow. We're going to continue to develop. We're going to continue to do certain things. And I'm not going to blink on that. I'm not going to shy away from it. But also, I'm going to be there to support our guys. What they're going through is not easy.
Tamar Bates led Mizzou with 29 points in the losing effort. The Tigers dropped to 8-13 overall and 0-8 in the SEC. They visit Vanderbilt on Saturday. How about some wrestling? Do not forget that number 5 Mizzou will be hosting number 3 Oklahoma State in one of the premier meets of the season. Mizzou will attempt to avenge a 20-16 loss against number 14 Cornell last Sunday. The battle starts at 1 p.m. in the Hearn Center. The Blues are heading into the All-Star break in a bit of a hot streak. The team closed out the first half of their season by winning 5 of their last 6 games. The Blues head into the break tied for 4th place in the Central Division with 54 points and a 26-21-2 record. St. Louis's next game will be against Buffalo on February 10th. And the Kansas City Chiefs are preparing for Super Bowl 58. Kansas City will take on the NFC champion San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl on February 11th at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Defensive tackle Chris Jones, running back Isaiah Pacheco, defensive end Charles Omenihu, and left guard Joe Thuney did not participate in Wednesday's estimated practice report. Remember, Charles Omenihu will be out for the remainder of the season with a torn ACL that he suffered in the AFC Championship game against the Ravens. Joe Thuney is expected to have his season ending as well, with a torn pectoral muscle suffered against Buffalo in the divisional round. Wide receiver Sky Moore, linebacker Willie Gay, and cornerback L'Jarius Sneed were limited in the session. Remember, the Chiefs defeated the 49ers 31-20 in Super Bowl 54. I'm Cameron Connor, Missouri Net Sports.
Portable generators are a reliable backup power source, but they can be deadly if not used properly. To avoid carbon monoxide hazards, only operate generators outside, away from doors and windows, and install a carbon monoxide detector as a precaution. Before using a generator, be sure to educate yourself and others to ensure safety. Keep safety first, always. We are Missouri's electric cooperatives. Learn more at membersfirst.coop today.
They are our love bugs and companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life better. When we face unexpected challenges, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people and their pets. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
To learn more.
This is Cardinals broadcaster Ricky Horton. Soon enough, the boys of summer will be back and on the fields in Jupiter, Florida. Spring Training 2024. It'll be another season of the home runs, the hits, and the unforgettable moments. We will have you covered and will be with you from the first pitch to the final out, right here on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar. Cardinal Baseball on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO.
Getting your biggest tax refund from Jackson Hewitt can lead to some spirited reactions.
Jackson Hewitt!
Jackson Hewitt is so sure that you'll get your biggest refund that if they don't, you get your money back plus $100.
Jackson Hewitt!
And Jackson Hewitt also guarantees the accuracy of your return for life. So don't just sit there. For your biggest refund guaranteed, walk into a Jackson Hewitt today and dance out Jackson Hewitt! Yeah!
In an era where sustainability and environmental responsibility are paramount, the world of colossal machinery is embracing the challenge of decarbonization. Scott Fenwick, Technical Director for Clean Fuels Alliance America, says the upcoming Clean Fuels Conference will provide some insight on the efforts to secure OEM approvals.
Certain applications have certain requirements. And so those are just a few of the things that Clean Fuels and the technical program here has been working on, sharing data with those original equipment companies and those engine manufacturers to prove and answer the questions they've got. What issues might we have with the fueling infrastructure? Is biodiesel compatible with the hoses that are draped over the sides of a ship, or with the tanks and the fueling infrastructure for locomotives moving across the country?
To learn more, visit cleanfuelsconference.org.
What's up, y'all? It's Fitz from the Country Top 40. And join me this weekend because something's got Sam Hunt feeling a little nostalgic.
Growing up out there, running around on the farm and around those cows and horses.
What's got Sam Hunt slowing down a little bit? And the 40 biggest songs in country music this weekend on the Country Top 40 with Fitz right here.
Stay right here on KSMO Radio. We've got Missouri Net News coming up shortly. And then after the top of the 1 o'clock hour, I'll be back with your latest KSMO weather forecast.
Made for agriculture, we are MFA.
Get your calves off to a good start with MFA branded feeds. With time-tested, proven feeds like Cattle Charge and Full Throttle, you can put pounds on your calves quickly, efficiently, and safely. The feed-to-gain ratios speak for themselves. A good start is critical for this year's calf crop. Financing is available. Get a great start with MFA feed.
We are MFA.
RSV is a common respiratory virus that usually causes mild cold-like symptoms in the fall and winter. While most people recover in a week or two, RSV can cause serious infection in infants and adults over 60. The Missouri Immunization Coalition reminds you that RSV immunizations are here. This is the protection we've been waiting for. Talk to your healthcare provider about immunizations to protect against RSV. Visit moimmunize.org to learn more.
This is Cardinals broadcaster John Rooney. Soon enough, the boys of summer will be back on the fields in Jupiter, Florida for Spring Training 2024. It will be another season of the home runs, the hits, and the unforgettable moments. We will have you covered, and we'll be with you from the first pitch until the final out, right here on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Graybar. Cardinal Baseball on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO.
With News on Missouri Net, I'm Marshall Griffin. Iron County Sheriff Jeff Burkett resigned on Wednesday, the same day he was set to face trial that sought to remove him from the job. Burkett has been charged with attempted kidnapping, tampering with a victim, and other charges. It's in connection to a case in which prosecutors say he used his authority to help another man kidnap his estranged wife and return custody of their kids to him. Burkett's lawyer says he plans to run for re-election this year. The Interior Department has awarded nearly $5 million for Missouri to clean up legacy pollution. Anthony Morabith reports.
The award helps the Show Me State assess nearly 5,000 documented abandoned oil and gas wells and prioritize them for remediation and plugging. The resources to clean up the polluted sites will create jobs that reduce methane emission leaks and reduce environmental and public health risks to surface and groundwater. Abandoned oil and gas wells can cause pollution to recreation areas and backyards.
This is Missouri Net.
What I remember